Hello everyone, I Dr. Tanuja Kumari welcome all of you to my YouTube channel. Today I will be discussing about the exams, that is UGC NET. If we discuss about the UGC NET examination, it is one of the prestigious exams of India which is held 2 times a year. In this video of mine, I will be discussing about the career prospects of this examination. Also, I would be highlighting about the examination pattern this exam has. And also further I will be discussing about the examination pattern, the time duration, and also the importance of the paper 1 for all the candidates who appear for the examination. As I said, I will be discussing about the career prospects of this examination. By giving this UGC NET examination, the candidates have the option to gain a post as assistant professor and also for the Junior Research Fellowship, which is commonly known as JRF. If we discuss about the mode of the exams and the agency which conducts the examination, the mode of the exam is online. The agency which conducts the examination is the National Testing Agency, that is NTA. The website which provides complete information regarding this exam is ugcnet.nta.nic.in. If we discuss the eligibility criteria for appearing for the examinations, for the assistant professor post, no upper age limit has been fixed. For the post of junior research fellowship, the upper age limit has been fixed for 30 years. The percentage which is required for the candidates who appear for this examination is, for the general category candidates, it is 55% in their masters. For the SC, ST, OBC, PWD candidates, it is 50%. They should have obtained in their master's degree. However, the PhD degree holders who have completed master's level exams before September 1991 is eligible for 5% relaxation in aggregate marks. That is, the marks has been brought down from 55% to 50% for them for appearing for the NET examinations. If we discuss about the pattern of the exam, it will be consisting or it consists of 2 papers, that is paper 1 and paper 2. That is, the exam is conducted of 2 papers. The first paper is the compulsory paper, which is common for all the candidates who appear for the examinations. The paper 2 is the optional paper which the candidates have in their masters. That is, as I said, it will consist of 2 papers, paper 1 and paper 2. If for the marking, the time duration and the examination date, if we discuss about it, the exam dates, as I said, it is conducted 2 times a year in June and December. However, due to the pandemic, the examination has got delayed and the examinations which was to be held in June is being held in September. As for the marking system, the paper 1 will consist of 50 questions. Each question carries 2 marks. That is, the paper 1 will be of 100 marks and the duration for the giving the paper 1 is 1 hour. The paper 2 will consist of 100 questions. Each question carries 2 marks. That is, paper 2 is of 200 marks and the duration for the paper 2 is 2 hours. That is, the total exam time is of 3 hours. Total questions which is to be attempted by the candidates is 150 and the total marks for the examination for which the exam is conducted is 300. If the paper 1 syllabus is seen, it can be understood that it is to assess the teaching and the research capabilities of the candidates, to test the cognitive abilities, comprehension, analysis, evaluation, understanding, the structure of arguments, deductive and reasoning capabilities of the candidate. If we discuss about the syllabus of the paper 1, it consists of 10 parts. I will just go through the 10 parts of the paper 1 syllabus. The first one is teaching aptitude, the second is research aptitude, third is reading comprehension, fourth communication, fifth reasoning including maths, logical reasoning, data interpretation, information and communication technology, people and environment, higher education system, governance and polity administration. All these 10 parts comprises the syllabus of the paper 1. Total parts of the syllabus 1 is 10. Each part has 5 questions and each part carries 10 marks. That is, the total marks for the paper 1 is 100. If we want to know how to prepare or discuss about the preparation of the paper 1, the best way is to just practice the objective questions for the paper 1. The candidate who prepares for the paper 1, they have to practice regularly the questions related to teaching aptitude. They must know the questions which is related to the research aptitude. The syllabus of the paper 1 actually tests the communication skills of the candidates also. So they must prepare for this section also very nicely, and the candidates must have the knowledge about the higher education system, the governance and the polity administration, and for this the candidates must go through the current affairs portion also. In the next video of mine, I will be discussing about the paper 2, that will be of history as the subject. I will be posting videos regarding the preparation of the 3 parts of the Indian history, that is ancient history, medieval history and modern history, and also the historiography portion. I have a blog in the name of @topperstouch. I have written in it on the various topics of history, and daily I post a blog named as GK Update, in which I post the relevant topics related to current affairs. I have also uploaded many videos in my YouTube channel related to history. You can also go through the videos if you have a paper as history as the optional second paper. With this, I come to the end of my video. Thank you.